Oh, oh, excuse me, guys. Well, I was trying to listen to some music I was doing, and then I was like, yo, while I'm up and I can't sleep, let me make these videos while the house is quiet. So, people are screwed up. They're crazy. They're fucked up. They're hard to deal with. This conversation came about during a talk with my friend. I messaged her at the time. She was going through something with a gentleman, and she started dating someone else or just hanging out. And I messaged her one night. I guess the dude was over. I was like, she's like, oh, but dude. I'm like, what dude? And she said something. And then I was like, oh, well, he better get ready to get put back on the shelf. And old boy comes back around, right? And she started laughing. She's like, well, I don't know if he'll come back around because, like, he has feelings for me, but he's, like, really fucked up. Like, I don't know. She's just saying, like, he's fucked up in the head or something. And that brings us to this conversation, right? We're all fucked up in the head, ain't we? We're all crazy, dude. Every last one of us. We're crazy. As I stated before in prior videos, I'm 37. I've been through a lot, and everyone has. Dating these days are not easy at all. We all have baggage. Some of us carry it on our sleeve. Some of us upfront about it. Some of us have triggers. So this is the thing. Why are people crazy? And for me, like I told her make a list. Let's name 5 things. And I also asked a few of my other friends. So I'm just going to go off of my, not analogy, but just my thoughts and why I know I have certain outlooks on life where I'm guarded in a sense to where I have a wall up or so. Yeah, it's just like, is he fucked up? Are we fucked up? I know a lot of successful people. I'm talking about with money, businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses, and you see them in the office. They're cool, like damn, professional. Really got their shit together, and even outside, of course, they got their shit together. But when you sit down with them and you have like talks, or you see them around their family, there's like just some things I see in people, and it makes me question, like, damn, like they're not who they say they are, right? So, you know, and in order for relationships to work, you got to be comfortable with someone. You got to take time to get to know somebody and actually get into their head and understand who they are as an individual and what they've been through, and that's just how life works. You got to learn about somebody in order to actually get understanding of their actions or just the way they are, you know? And so here. So in my thought process, I think a lot of it has to do with growing up as a child. I witnessed a lot as a kid from, I think I can remember the time I was like 3. Like, my Aunt Jerry died. Maybe I was like 3 or 4. I was pretty young. I know I couldn't talk and stuff. I had a speech impediment. I didn't start talking until I was like almost 4, I think. Or was it 3? Yeah, about 4. And my Aunt Jerry died. And the ambulance came the next day or whatever, or the corner. And they had to like get her out of the rocking chair. And then they put her in the stretcher. And they had to like snap her back. And it sounded like knuckles cracked. And then I was sexually assaulted as a kid. But before, like right after my Aunt Flossie died, or my great Aunt Jerry. I'm sorry, my great Aunt Jerry. After she died, me and my sister was out somewhere. I think we went to a store, like a little poppy store, bodega, to get plantains because she wanted to make like some fried plantains. And I remember it because I had. This is about the time frame, I'd say 91, 92, the 1 liter glass Pepsi bottles. So we're on the boulevard, and if you're from Philly, you know the boulevard has like multiple roads or streets or not intersections, but just like 3 lanes going that way, and then what do you call that? Like a median, or you know, to separate traffic, and then three more lanes going that way, and then vice versa on the other side. And we finally got to cross the road. There was a car accident. Somebody hit somebody. A dude jumped out the car. They started arguing. He whacked the dude in the head with a gun. Witnessed a murder at a very young age. My dad was always abusive to me, my mother, stuff like that. So I think a lot of it has to come from your upbringing and your early days. It kind of leaves a mark on you. And even like afterwards, just growing up, trust issues, they all develop from what you witnessed in your house as a kid. I witnessed a lot of lying, a lot of deceitful acts. It's not that I didn't come from a loving home, it's just my house was pretty busy, so I witnessed a lot as a kid. So she got like, alright, DNA. So yeah, mental illness. So suicide does run in my family. I had two cousins that killed herself, and then that's on my mom's side, and that's kind of crazy because I talked to my aunt the other night, and she said like three of her cousins would be like my great cousins, or like, I guess I'd be their second cousin. I think like three of them killed themselves, and then on my dad's side, someone killed themselves. So yeah, like DNA, mental illness, definitely. Just like my dad was a drug addict, my mom was alcoholic. And I kind of picked up those traits. Like if I drink, I will drink and drink until the sun comes up, and I don't stop when the sun comes up. I'll go get some shit, stay up, keep on drinking, and I won't stop drinking until I'm either passed out of money, or out of booze. And yeah, so she got what? DNA, childhood experiences, and relationships. So like childhood experiences, even like as a teenager, I was in a boys' home, group home, stuff like that. And friends, like I had this one friend, I thought he was a friend, but he'd come over and like shit be missing, and then he'd like do stuff behind your back, and it was just like petty stuff, and like all of that builds your character development, right? And it sticks with you, and then it makes you analyze and look at things different. And it's just like, and then she says substance abuse. Well, for me, substance abuse, I smoked weed. I stole my sister's weed at like 7 years old, and got caught smoking it behind a dumpster. But anyways, so yeah, substance abuse plays a part. And like then when I was like 11, I started smoking a lot. By the time I was 13, I was smoking meth. And it's just, it comes with the lifestyle. It comes, I won't say it, well, it can happen anywhere, but a lot of times in the lower income and stuff. And she just has like all this stuff listed, like, okay, substance abuse addiction, which, I'm going to be talking a lot about on this channel because I have been battling it lately, and it's been like I said, since I was 13 years old. Either I'm not doing it at all, or I'm doing it, and it's full blown, And I don't think I've ever been cleaner longer than like a year and a half, but it is, And then she got support and lack of support. So yeah, lack of support is a lot, like me and my cousin was talking before he passed away, and he's like, I love you, and I was like, I know, and he's like, well, as a kid, like our family never like hugged each other, and hey, good job, and there's no emotional support. There was no like, oh wow, you got a job, congratulations. It was more like, cool, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, you're doing good in life, okay, cool. Or, oh, you're doing good in life, or what the fuck about me, It's like, because we have some cousins that kind of grimy and shit, but no one ever said like, damn, I'm proud of you, I'm so happy that you're doing good, and or no, you shouldn't do that, and it was just like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and that's that. And I can see how that could affect you, or like just negligence and stuff like that. Support, lack of. So yeah, these are just things she listed, and I don't really know the whole situation with her and this. I know I know he has a prior thing, what I'm not gonna get into, or like career wise, and I'm just gonna speak on it. My thing is, I don't believe in like certain jobs you have or whatever make you or whatever, and it's just crazy because I often wonder too, like, but I don't think people are crazy. I just wonder why people lie. I sit here and I think, like, damn, like, they put on a front, they have a persona, and it's just like, for what? Like, my one buddy, he's out here getting high and stuff. Everybody knows he's getting high, but then he sits here and lies to his old lady saying he's not, and she knows he is. She don't care. But my thing is, why lie about it? Yeah, it is what it is. I'm fucking up. Am I stealing from you? Am I hurting you? Am I harming anyone? Are the bills paid? Is everything good? Cool. And that's my look out on it. It happens. Life happens. And I just don't understand why people are like, damn, yo, you're fucked up. Or, so I think I'm aiming at this more as like, she's saying he's fucked up because I don't know the whole situation. But then, like, we got into it about, like, people are just fucked up in general. And a lot of people got skeletons in their closet. Just like me, I would never talk about, like, the sexual abuse as a kid. And about 10 years ago, I just started telling everybody about it. And recently, I was at a buddy's house, and he's like, damn, that happened to you? And this and that. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? And he got, like, all, like, weird and shit. And I was like, well, I was a little kid. It's not that I wanted to do it. I didn't really have an option. And then a few months later, come to find out, he went through the same thing. But he talked to me about it privately. And there was other people there when we were talking about it, because there was 2 females there talking about it and crying. So I opened up and talked about it. And everyone was kind of shocked. But it's nothing to be shocked about. And I believe that the more you speak about it, the better off it is. And it may help someone else. And you'd be surprised how many men were actually assaulted as a kid by either their older cousins or even females, like their older female cousins. Yeah, just gotta talk about it, and you'd be surprised how many people open up about it. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but then again, it goes into character development. So I asked her, I was like, does he know that, like, you're dating someone else? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, just be honest with people, because I made a video about my dating thing. Like, if I'm dating you, like, not just going out once in a while, like, if I'm investing a lot of time with you and spend time with you, and I find out you're entertaining other men, I'm gone. I'm not dealing with it. Also, like, from things I've been through in life and the way I am, when I sit down and talk to you, I listen to everything you say. And it just automatically, it like prints a transcript into my mind. And then next week when you tell me, oh, well, you know, and then I'm like, you know, it's like, oh, huh. But I leave it alone. I leave it alone and I don't bring it up. I just like, oh, okay. And then it's just like, it's like, okay, yeah. But now I know how to treat you, right? And the point of this video is that just like we're all fucked up and we all have demons or reasons why we can't allow ourselves to get too close to anybody or be open and even support other people. Or like for the longest time I won't smile and stuff, and then like these last few years, like I was going through a rough time, and one time I was just at a bar, I was dating someone and got off work, went to go meet her, and then she gave me a hug and I went to take off my jacket and she said something funny. I started smiling and the lady's like, wow, you have a really beautiful smile. And a lot of people don't think I got teeth because I never smile, but you know, but I was like always insecure about like my smile, because like when I was younger people would tease me about that gap. And I don't know, just I used to get picked on a lot as a kid. I was overweight, I was fat, I had some issues with like different siblings and then cousins and stuff I used to get picked on about, and it was just like a lot of that stuck with me, right? And just like now, like if I feel like someone's disrespecting me, I acknowledge it, and I try to recently, I'm going to say, within these past few months, because I have had some hiccups and I have let things, my emotions get the best of me. But I always try to just like nip it in the butt right away in a respectful manner, and because people don't realize like when you get that all the time, and this is my thing, you have to cut it out. So, like I tell my friends, when they bring me around their friends, we're grown. I don't have to tell you how to talk to me. I don't have to tell you how to joke with me around people. But I'm going to tell you right now, as men, if you're Eric and you're my friend and you bring Dave around and you're calling Dave a bitch and a pussy and fat and this and that, or that doesn't entitle me to say it because I don't know him like that, right? I don't know him. That's your homie. That's your comfort with him. Cool. I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, what's up, you fat pussy? That's uncalled for. For some reason, some men think that's okay, and they think, oh, that's your homie, and you know, you told me all about him, so yeah, but it's like, yeah, now you're gonna get your fucking head cracked about, and it is what it is, right? So some things like that stick with people, and then you get a reaction that you didn't want, and that's why I always try to be cordial with people and conduct myself as a gentleman. And there's a story I'm gonna tell you about that just happened recently that I'm embarrassed about, but it happened, and so I also asked my cousin about why they think people are fucked up, and it all kind of stems from the same thing. The DNA, things you experience as a child, your first heartbreak, right? Or if you grew up in a house with a lot of females, like I have. I had my mom, my grandmom, my brother's baby mom would come and go. Her mom would come and go. I had my cousin there, then her daughter, then I had my sister, and then I had like my crackhead cousin that would come in through the back gate every once in a while that lived like next door. And I just grew up around a lot of females. When it comes to relationships, I seen a lot of devious shit. I seen just overheard a lot of devious shit, so it always put me on guard to actually like getting close to someone or being that available for them. And then when I did, I don't know if it was from the lack of support or the lack of embracing and just stuff like that, right? Like I'd get like overly attached, or it's like I'm not gonna let anyone do anything to you that, well, I'm not gonna let people get away with things. Basically what I'm trying to say, I'm not gonna let people treat you any type of way, right? And because people don't treat me any type of way, and I found out that got me into a lot of problems, or me thinking like I'm different. And that's when I learned that you gotta look at everybody and don't rush into shit, because if you sit back and listen to people talk, you'll see their patterns and you'll see how they are. They basically just paint the picture for you, so you shouldn't get like a, I'm trying to think of the word, a portrait of you and them that's going to be different. I understand people go through stuff and things don't work out, they try their best, whatever, but a lot of times if you sit back and listen, you'll find the answers to why it is, and a lot of times it's repetitive throughout their life. So when it comes to people being fucked up and crazy, we're all scared. We all want someone to love at the end of the day. We all want to be embraced and have affection and give affection and see people we care about prosper. But yet it's like a mental block I think a lot of us have. Or we just get like cold feet, right? I know I get cold feet a lot. Especially when I meet someone I like and we hit it off, and I'm like, no, I'm already thinking this is going to go wrong because things went wrong before. Rather, I put in too much time where I was overstimulating them, just, not giving them enough space, or vice versa. Or then sometimes things just don't work. I think death, I think our family's DNA, what we see growing up. Heartbreaks as a teenager. I'll tell you what, teenagers, you know, your first love break, man, that will melt you down, you know, and it will make you look at the world different, and you see it from a colder perspective. Yeah, so my cousin's girlfriend said past relationships, fear of commitment, and fear of commitment comes from what? Either being cheated on, or you're with someone for so long and you love them, and what happened? They outgrew you, or they found someone else. Because I totally believe that when females are like, oh, I just need time by myself. Yeah, you got a new dick. Cool, fine. Whoever's been entertaining you, you want to see if the grass is greener over there, and unless he's standing on top of a septic tank, the grass ain't gonna be too green. And then, you know, whatever. You guys know the story, but it's not always that way, you know. Sometimes things just, you know, you realize like, hey, we're just better off friends, and we did what we did. I enjoyed my time with you, and that's that. And then here you go. So social media and internet in general, yes, I think that has drained people. I think it made a lot of people delusional. I think it's given a lot of people false hope. So social media is what? For me, it's a way to promote. If I had a business, I'd be on there promoting this and that. Way to network. It's, you know, just people misuse it. And then money plays a huge factor. Money plays a very big factor. I grew up poor, and I've always knew how to go out and get money, but I've just had a problem keeping it. I wasn't too financially smart. I figured, hey, yeah, I got the money. I'm gonna die tomorrow, so the rest will blow, which is a poor thought process. You know, now I look at investments and the way to make passive income and things like that. And, you know, just... yeah, like, so, and then see, like they said, past trauma, right? And fear of commitment. That's all from things you experienced when you were young, because that's when you first get a taste of it, right? And money, yeah, that's a pretty big factor. Just like I spoke on here about, like, not all homeless people are drug addicts. Money plays a big factor, especially divorces. After I made that video, I was talking to a dude, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm like starting new. I'm a single dad. He's in a homeless shelter and stuff, and he has his daughter. I guess they're working something out to where he's going to get his daughter and get a place. And he's like, yeah, I went through a divorce, whatever. He said he was making like 500 grand a year. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. But it's okay, you know, but you lost it on a divorce. But like, divorce does do a lot to somebody. Not saying his story isn't true, but, you know, it possibly could be. It very well could be. But I'm sure if you ended up in a homeless shelter, there's more that took place than that, you know. But I have had friends that went through divorces, just like I have a brother that is, he's been married for 18 years, and he's not happy. He sleeps on the couch, and the only reason he married her was because if he didn't marry her and go through with it, she'd never let him see his kid. And previously, he had a 10-year-old daughter, and he was like manipulated. Some shit happened to where he couldn't see his daughter, right? And he's like, damn, you know, he's excited to have the kid, and next thing you know, he's married for 18 years. I don't know how they're doing now, but last I heard, he's not happy, and he's just stuck around for the kid. So, because he didn't want to miss that, because he missed all of that with his daughter. But my niece came out great. She's a dentist, and I just don't... My thing about people being fucked up, I don't really think people are fucked up. I think people... Well, don't get me wrong, like, there's people that are really fucked up, but, like, I think most of us just have a problem with communicating. Because sometimes, right, even you can go talk to your friend, and then, like, you hear that shit from someone else. It's like, damn, bro, like, I really needed you, and then you're gonna go tell other people my business. Or, like, a problem I had with my best friend. I knew this guy since 6, 7 years old. Got about 30 years of friendship with him. But sometimes I call him just a vent. And, like, I fuck up a lot. So I understand when he when we talk, he's always like, I feel like he's scolding me, or fucking, yeah, he's like scolding me, and not condescending. He's just like always like pointing, well, you won't be in that if it wasn't for you. That's your fault. You knew better, and this and that. I don't know. And it's like, dude, like, do you understand? Sometimes when I call you, I don't need you to interrupt me to point out everything. Sometimes I just want to call you and say, yo, dude, like, this is stressing me out, and this and that, and I'm just like fucked up, and like, you just need to. It's not that I'm looking for a response. It's not look like I'm looking for advice or to be analyzed. I'm just know that I can't keep this shit up here, because I'm about to like break down and be in tears and bang my head against the wall, or go out and intentionally go to a bar, have a few drinks, and look for a loudmouth and release some anger. And I just want to talk to you, and I just want to know I've been heard. Because the most important thing is, for men, if you have friends, is if you came over and you need to vent, and me and you're talking, or like I'm wrenching on my car, whatever, and you just standing there talking, like just relieving yourself of everything going on in your head, even if I ain't like engaging in the conversation or really listening, you're still gonna feel better. You're gonna have that weight lifted over your shoulder, because you felt that you had somebody there that is significant to you, that you care about, and you know they care about you. And it was just, a moment. It's like, cool, thanks, and it makes people feel better. Not all the time do we need advice or be called out on our bullshit, which it helps. But sometimes, dude, like, one time I just fucking cursed his ass out, and then I fucking blocked him, and I didn't talk to him for like a year. Because, like, I was really going through some shit, and it was like a 2-minute conversation. And he's just like, whatever. I was like, fuck you, dude. And I was like, because when he vents to me, I don't ever like, well, you shouldn't have did that, and you shouldn't have did this. Or if you want about this, it's like, damn, dude, like, what are you trying to narrate or like be a life coach for me? Like, I'm just trying to tell you, like, my feelings, dude. Like, I'm fucked up, bro. And it's like, damn, man, like, now I even feel worse because I know it's my fault. But Jesus Christ, like, I can't vent, dude. Like, so just sometimes people need to talk, and we can't, because then when we do, we either get ridiculed or we hear it from other people. A lot of us have trust issues in relationships, because if I sit here and I tell you that something bothers me, and you continue to do it, and then you ask me what's wrong, and I tell you, and then it's like, okay, well, you're either controlling, you're a narcissist, you're this, that, and it's just, people have been hurt. A lot of people have been hurt. So I'm not saying walk on eggshells, but I'm just saying you got to get to know people and understand who they are before you can develop any type of relationship with them. And one thing about men is, men, we're like, men need to be needed. I'm not wording this properly, but like, a man's job is what? To provide, protect, fix problems. And that's another thing. Like, we're always trying to, a lot of men I know, like, we're always trying to fix people or help people do something. And a man that's not needed he feels like he's worthless, right? Like, what is his point? What is his, not value, but what is his meaning? A man needs something in his life to keep him driving and keep him going and inspire him and motivate him, besides just his own life, besides just going to work and coming home. Men need more. They need, like, oh, hey, yeah, just, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get that, but also a lot of men been hurt. Or, like me, I've seen shit with my dad has 9 kids. My mom has 3 kids. Me, my sister, and my brother, all by different baby daddies, I'm the youngest on my mom's side. But on my dad's side, he got like 8, 9 kids, and I'm like in the middle. So I got like little brothers I'm trying to help, and I got a little sister. And there's a lot of stuff that just takes place, and I don't think it's fair to say people fucked up. And I can't say they're really misunderstood, because I can't say that you're misunderstood if you never actually took time to open up and talk to me, because I don't know you. But you can do some shit, and I'm like, damn, you're a fucking dickhead. Well, yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit. And I think people go on about it about, oh, well, he's fucked up, this and that, because they don't really understand other people and they don't ever want to take time to look at things from their point of views, right? So, like in her case, is the dude fucked up? I'm sure he has his flaws. We all do. I'm sure that there's some things inside that they don't talk about. And whatever, but that's also why I asked her. I said, hey, does he know that you're dating someone and that dude's at the house? She's like, yeah, he's all cool, but me and him ain't talking. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, then, that's all that matters. Just have transparency, be honest, be open with people. And I think the world needs more of that. And I also believe, like how my cousin's girlfriend said, social media, I think that made people so much more distant from each other. I remember, like, when you wanted to meet people, or if you seen a girl, you had to walk up and ask her for a number, and you better have a pen on you. And you better not write it on the palm of your hand, because guess what, buddy? You better hope you see her at the mall next week. And I just think the availability to people is so much. People are just so much more accessible these days, right? So there's a lot of trust and stuff, and especially like with the divorce rates. And my thing is, hypothetically, because I ain't got shit right now, I got 2 piece of shit cars outside and a dog. If I got a divorce, the bitch could have the dog. Just joking. Scott, I won't give you up. I had him for about 10 years. So just like divorce, right? Like someone works their whole life, then they get their retirement, their pension, or whatever, that's coming to them in the future. But they get a divorce, now they got to pay the child support. They got to keep up the woman's lifestyle, right? And I don't know. I really don't believe in marriage no more. I think the American dream kind of got sold to us on a platter, just like Christmas and a lot of other holidays. I think are a crock of shit. So, yeah, I think people just need to be more understanding and take time to figure out who they're engaging with, learn about their past, and another thing is getting to know someone. Some people like to play 21 questions. I don't. I personally hate that. I think that it's best if you sit back and we go for a hike, we go swimming, we just spend time together, one-on-one time, or in a group. Especially get them in a group, see how they act. Whether you're dating them, friends, whatever, get them out. I got some friends that ain't into group settings, but it's always nice. But you gotta learn about it individual, hands-on, and sit there and listen. When they talk, don't interrupt them. And you'll be surprised what they tell you once you build that comfort. Or sometimes you'll be surprised what you learn, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay. Right? Because some people just woohoo, but what makes us tick, right? What fucking makes us the way we are? It's fucked up. Discussion. Yeah, so that's just my thing on it. Because I'm sorry, I was going back over the, what people wrote. Past relationships, trauma, fear of commitment. Fear of commitment I put right in there with past relationship trauma. Social media and internet in general. Money plays a factor, makes people fucked up. Sometimes people will just get in a relationship with you just for a place to live, or, so you got, that's nothing. I'm sure everyone's been befriended by somebody that was a con man, right? They're cool. Like, for instance, I had this one homie when I was younger, early 20s. He'd always come over, drink. He was a cool dude, I know he sold shit, and, he had a little rep on the streets, and he helped me out of some situations, right? Like, there was some shit that happened, and it didn't happen no more, and I'll have to get into it. But just some of the activities we participated in, I didn't mind if I bought a few bottles of liquor when I was off on Friday or Sunday, and we sat there and we drank all that liquor and stuff. But what did happen was, eventually he'd run out of cigarettes, right? And with that, here, dude, we do all this other shit together. We broke bread together, this and that, And it's like 3 in the morning, stores are closed. So he can't get none. We're here to smoke mine. I got shit. He'd be spending time with my mom, my nephew, all types of stuff, right? Staying at my house for days. And one night, like, we're out of cigarettes and I'm in bed. I'm like tossing and turning, really couldn't sleep. And I'm like, damn, I smell a cigarette. I need a cigarette. I get up and I walk out. And like, in the other ashtray next to my couch, which I never used, there was like 3 cigarette butts in there, which wasn't my brand. And then he's over there, brand new 100. And then he had like a pack in there. I'm like, can I get a cigarette? He's like, oh, here, man, I'll give you a short. He gave me half a cigarette. And I just like, whatever, bro. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but it also taught me how to treat him, right? And then I started paying attention more. Like, every time he came over, he never brought liquor. He never brought beer, even though I invited him. Fine. It wasn't just like, oh, yeah. It was just like, okay, that's who you are. I know I can call you if we need to go out and take care of some business. I know if anything happens to me, you definitely retaliate. But yet, it's just common courtesy and respect. Like, if I'm always at your house drinking and stuff or spending nights there, I'm going to come, like, order a pizza or something, Yo, man, here, I got a bottle of this, and it was just, hey, here goes a pack of cigarettes. So it really ain't con, man. Just some people use you to get what they can get off you. And, like, I don't know how I feel about it. I once, that particular individual, like, he did a lot for me, and it ain't a big deal. I'm giving an example. But it was kind of, like, weird. It's like, damn, dude, like, you had cigarettes on you this whole time. You've been sitting here bullshitting. And so it's just small shit like that. And, like, my uncle, he was in real estate, and this dude he hired helped get his real estate license. Ended up stealing, like, 15 buildings from him. And then my uncle's wife left him. And she, like, took half his houses, and he had got her real estate license and taught her about the business. So, yeah, like, I see things like that, and I experience things like that. I had best friends fucking me over. I went to a fight one time, got beat into a fucking seizure, and put into a hospital because I was helping someone else out. And when they wasn't there. As soon as the action popped, they wasn't there. So that could go into trust issues and why people fucked up. Abandonment. And it's just like a difficult topic. So if you have any ideas or insight on this, of why people are fucked up, let me know. I'm like kind of having like a brain fart, and I hate this. This is why I wore glasses the last time, because my eyes are always all over. I do this every day, talking with my hands and moving. Like, it's just, I have a hard time like making eye contact with a phone, looking at myself. Now, if you're standing here, I could stare in your eyes and talk to you. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really think people are fucked up. I just think we hide a lot of stuff. We keep a lot of stuff inside because of scared, or we just won't be private because we learned our lessons, right? We have learned from having conversations with our friends, and then everyone else knows. And I just believe in, if I talk to you about something, it should be in between me and you, right? And that could build a lot of resentment. It can build just that wall that's like, nope, fuck it, or like me, I don't go anywhere in anybody's car. I've been left multiple places. I've been stuck multiple places. Rather, they want to stay out longer and I couldn't go. I will leave because I rode with them. I've been stuck in bad situations, shootouts and shit that, just from being stuck with people. And that's what happens when you get in people's cars. When you get in the car, you're going for the ride. Rather, we're going to go to the mall for 4 hours, and I told you it's only going to be a quick trip, or let's go to the bar and get some wings, and next thing you know, or I leave you on the side of the road somewhere. I wouldn't do that, but people have done it to others. So it's things like that. It can build shit. And then, like, if you're in the military or prison or just almost anywhere, it can leave some kind of stigma or thought process to where, as you get older, especially damn near 40 years old, you approach life and you approach situations a lot differently than you would, because you lived and you learned. Let live. Wait, what is it? Live and let live. Yeah, I've done a lot of it. We all have. And with that being said, that's just how I feel about things. Sometimes it's just better off keeping distance, saying grace, hey, how you doing? And if you're gonna get attached to someone and get involved, it's better off not to jump head deep and actually take time and let them know. And if that ain't things that they can deal with, then just remain friends. Because a lot of people think after, like, if you're dating and it doesn't progress into something, why can't you guys be friends? Now I can see if you go get an old lady that don't like the fact that you used to date her, especially if you guys had intercourse, or old men. Like, I get it. And also, like, I'm not gonna deal with a girl that has all her ex-boyfriends around. It's like because a lot of times, see, this is nothing. So if you have a baby daddy, that's cool, whatever. I can deal with that because that's gonna happen. And he should be in the kid's life, and I'm gonna meet the baby daddy before I meet your child, just so he knows who he's dealing with. And I also have a 6-month rule to where I don't come around the kids. But if you have, like, a boyfriend that I have to hear about that, oh, it's such a piece of shit, this and that, and now that you're actually moving on and you're happy, well, you tell me you're happy, and I think you're happy, but you still have him around, and then it's like, but he was such a piece of shit, and I had to hear about for something how much you hate him, but oh, he's such a good friend. It's like, no. Yeah, buddy. Okay then. It's like, but for some people it's normal. Some people like the poly life too. So I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. And with that being said, not everyone's crazy. Just a lot of people shut down because they don't want to be emotionally not available, but I guess they don't want to be fucking let down or anymore, and they don't want to be vulnerable and deal with the consequences of being vulnerable with somebody. But either way, if you're trying to get with somebody, you're going to have to talk, and you're going to have to be vulnerable, and you're going to have to understand that one day you guys are either going to outgrow each other, one of you guys are going to cheat, just something's going to happen, and eventually it may not, it don't last a lifetime no more, you know what I'm saying? And I tell people this all the time: love only lasts for the season. Next thing you know, you're left here grieving, right? And yeah, just, you can't think, oh, people are fucked up. We all have baggage, we all have shit that makes us complicated and unique, but a lot of us can relate. We just need to talk about it, and if that's something you can deal with, great. It's all about what you're willing to deal with. And I guess maybe I'm fucked up. What do you think? Do you think I'm fucked up? I'm probably fucked up. A lot of times I feel like I'm fucked up and I'm a failure and I'm not good enough and this and that, But that's just saying someone's fucked up. It's like, it's like, why are they fucked up? What makes them tick? That's how I think now. Like, okay, yeah, you're fucked up. Why? Because I said it? Or she said it because she's mad at you? Or she don't understand you, so you're fucked up because you experienced something greater than what she did? Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to cut this video here, and thanks for listening to me ramble about this. It's just, I've been trying to do like a web thing with her, like, to where we can sit here and talk and bounce it back and forth, and it's just kind of hard bouncing it thoughts off myself. I keep on looking up here, but I'm not catching nothing, you know. It's just like, and I keep on like losing words. I feel like I'm under pressure talking to this camera, and it's just kind of awkward. And I most definitely put myself on the spot with this, because I'm like, damn, maybe I am fucked up. But yeah. Anyways, hey guys, thank you for fucking sticking here with me for 50 minutes. Have a good night, and I'm definitely gonna be uploading more. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Talk about it. Be open. Put your best foot forward. And if you do something, do it with pure intention. Don't do it for clout or to tell the people. You help someone, you help them behind closed doors. And the same thing goes with the way you treat people. The way you treat me outside, you better treat me inside. The way you treat me inside, you better treat me outside. The way you treat me when it's me and you better treat me when it's you and your homies. Or you and your cousins or this and that. Don't treat me different because circumstances are different. And I think that's what the world needs. I think it needs to, when they say treat people the way you want to be treated, there you go.